A guest here who's done all kinds of different venues, Go Bananas. He's been at the Improv, and we're real happy to have him here in Louisville. So please welcome to the stage, Jeff Judd.
All right, keep it going, keep it going. There we go, there we go. All right, so see a bunch of ladies in here. I'll tell you guys what, I gotta be honest with you. When y'all be having orgasms, y'all be scaring the shit out of me sometimes. Like, I met this chick online, and we went on like 4 or 5 dates, and she didn't really talk very much. So I was like, I got the freaky chick, right? I get her back to my apartment, and we're having sex for the first time, and when she starts having an orgasm, she says some things I didn't want to know. Like, my name's Gary. Whoa, it's a little too much information for me. I tell you what, like, I've been in some crazy relationships. I dated this Mexican chick for like 3 or 4 years, and we used to get into fights like all the time, which is cool until you stop having makeup sex. Because then it just turns out to like an all-out war, right? Like, we were at a family reunion one time, and she just gets right up in my face, and she was like, I don't care what happens to you, Pendejo. No one in my family will ever talk to you again. I don't care if you die. I was like, oh yeah? He's like, watch this. I saw one of her little SA cousins. He's over in the park swing, right? So I just kind of walked over to him, and I was like, good night, mate. Can you tell me when the boat leaves for America? And he just looks at me. He was like, no English. I was like, 20 bucks says you do. He said, make it 50. I'll take it to the river. Works every time, man. Works every time. All right, check this out. Like, I got this, my grandma's like 85 years old, and she's got dementia. And like, every time I go see her, I'm always like, maybe today's the day where she's gonna be like, oh, hey, Jeff, here's 50 bucks, right? Like, about 6 months ago, like, I went in to go see her, and I run in there, and I was just like, Granny, it's me, Jeff, it's me, Jeff. And of course, y'all know, like, old people, she's just like sitting there, just like drooling, staring at the wall, right? I was like, man, like, I smoke weed. I was like, I'm gonna smoke a blunt right here in this nursing home. Like, I don't give a shit. As soon as I looked at this blunt, man, my granny was like, Jeff! I was like, yes, granny? She was like, hey, pump up pass, motherfucker! I was like, damn, granny, you smoke weed? She was like, hey, hurry up and shut the door before the nurse gets back. So every time I go see her, like I went to go see her a couple weeks ago, as soon as I walked in, she was like, you got that weed? I was like, yes, and this one's got Xanax in it. Good night, granny. I tell you what, like I almost got arrested at a wedding one time. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I like to have a good time. But I also like to know when my friends put shit in my drink. Like, they can at least give me a heads up, right? Apparently, like, I was having like a really good time up until some point at night, because when I woke up the next morning, like, I found this note and it was like stuck to my face. So I brought this note for you guys, and I'm gonna read it for you. This is what it says. Dear douchebag. It's like, remember me, your ex-friend? Dipping your junk in the chocolate fountain and telling my wife it was her wedding gift wasn't very cool. When the cop showed up, you took off running, and the only thing you were yelling was, once you go black, you never go back. I thought that was pretty funny too. Love my friends, man. I love my friends. I tell you what, like, here's something I love. I love watching my buddies and their girlfriends get into fights, because you will find some things about your boys that they would probably never tell you. Even if you were like the last 2 people on earth and you put something in his drink, right? I went to a Super Bowl party, and of course, you know, we're watching the game over at my buddy John's house, and the Packers scored a touchdown, and my buddy John stands up, and he was like, Packers, 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 cheese, 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 ah. I caught a glimpse of his girlfriend, and she was turning that color bitch red. Yeah, and she stands up, and she was like, I don't know why you have to act like a gorilla every time they score a touchdown. Why don't you just go back to the zoo, asshole? It just walks off down the hallway. Now, like, us guys, we like to keep our credit, so my boy started talking shit under his breath. He was like, dude, she's crazy. He's like, she don't even know how to make brownies. But you know that she heard him though, because she comes stomping back down the hallway. And when she gets real mad, she's like one of them finger talkers. And she was like, I know you ain't talking shit about me. Why don't you go ahead and tell all your little friends what it is that you like that I do to you. Now, normally, when this situation comes up, I like to step off to the side because I'm not getting hit in the back of the head with a plate again, right? But this was getting real interesting. So I'll just step right up. And I was like, John? Go ahead and tell us. And she chimed right in, and she was like, tell them how you like to have 2 fingers in your butt when you're having sex. And that one time you cried and called your mom and said it was so beautiful. Now, they had just taken this to like a whole nother level. And I didn't know what to do, so I was just kind of like, hey, John, I'm out of here, brother. All right, guys, you've been awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Jeff Judd, everybody. Show him some love for hanging out with us tonight.